off, and they've got an excellent kicker, big fella, Jeff Vanderborn, 225-pound senior, and he's got a good, strong leg. The Crusaders will have triple safeties back. A Rosevich on the far side. In the middle, DiDonato, who's becoming an excellent return man, and Graziani on the near side. They're standing inside the 15-yard line as Vanderborn will tee it up.
I believe JU won the toss, John, and they probably deferred, and because of the lack of offense this year decided to kick off.
So Vanderborn, straight ahead kicker, 10 yards back, approaches the football high and a little short, and we do have a flag. JU may have been offside. DiDonato 15, running room 20, 25, 30, 35. There's DiDonato over the 40, and out to about the 44-yard line goes Mark DiDonato. He has been an excellent returner for the Crusaders this year in recent games. Defensive play on the far side made by Bill Carroll, and I gotta believe the Crusaders will decline, Jim, this defensive penalty of offside by Jefferson Union.
Now the flag surely came in an area where it would be offsides by the defense, and that's excellent field position out at the 45. Indication offsides against, well, offside against Central. No, I think he just pointed the wrong way. Let's see.
The clock to run down, it's at 10 seconds, and they'll reset it at 12 minutes.
They might have tried to stop the play, John, and maybe they couldn't hear the whistles. Well, now they got another confusion. The clock's still not set.
JU was approaching the football, and the referee said, "Oh, hold it." And the kicker, Vanderborn, said, "Wait a minute, somebody was blowing the whistle down the other end," and I don't think that would have been the case, so they'll do it all over again. And Jeff Vanderborn will tee it off from the JU 45 as the clock now again shows 12 minutes. Sam Radokovich once again for the third straight game up in the press box. Here's the kick. This one is high and deep. DiDonato will take it at the 4. To the right side, 10, 15, looking for a wall, has it, 20, 25, and down to about the 26-yard line. Good open field tackle made by the Yellow Jackets, Mike Morris, an offensive center who plays on the kickoff unit.
Yet in that penalty cost Central 19 yards. Instead of starting at their own 45, they now start at their own 26.
And Central lines up with the Tanami. Graziani is a single flanker to the left. 3 backs behind quarterback Suckoch. Now they'll shift into split backs. And in motion will go DiLeonardo, and the pitch goes to Lupinetti around the left side. He's hit at the 24-yard line. May have stretched his body to the 25. Nice play by outside linebacker Bob Tucker. Good open field tackle.
And the Valley late in the second quarter, we're high trailing North Marion 7-6.
Graziani will be a flanker right. The backs are in the Tanami, and Graziani's the tailback. Now they shift again. Keeper goes to the tight end on the right side. In motion goes Lupinetti, and Suckoch is back to pass. He'll have time. He'll drill it out, and Graziani makes the catch at the 30, and he moves out to the 33-yard line before he's brought down on the far side by cornerback Chris Maple. So Suckoch's first pass is complete to flanker Tony Graziani. The gain is 8 yards to the 33, and it will be third down and a long 2 at the Crusader 33. The Jackets in almost a 6-man front. The backs are split, and Graziani is flankered to the right. In motion, Lupinetti to the near side, and Suckoch on 3rd and 3 is back to pass. He's running, he's going to get hit, and he's wrapped up by big Jeff Vanderborn, the defensive tackle, on the sack. And the Jackets have held on the Crusaders' first possession. Vanderborn with the sack.
Including the rush, and Vanderborn just put him away.
Chris Maple is a single safety as JU has 10 up on the line. And Graziani in punt formation, low snap, the rush is on. Little wobbly end-over-end kick off of the side of his foot, and it will drop inside the Crusader 45-yard line. So the Jackets with excellent pressure on the punter. The snap was a little bit low.
On 26 were held, and a poor punt is set up shop for JU at the Crusader 43.
Twins right, backs are split. Quick pitch, Colson to Hill. Hill across the 40 to the 39, but we do have a flag. Bill DiLeonardo, Cliff Kiefer, Timmy Delatorre, and Mark Taglione in on the stop. 4 Crusaders around the ball carrier as Hill picked up 3, but we do have a flag. Chop blocked against the Jackets, so... And it'll be 1st and 22 for the Jackets at their own 45. Play coming in, Vanderborn replaces Chucky Klein at a guard position with the play for the Yellow Jackets, and they'll send twin receivers to the left. Maple and Conley, the backs, Schumart and Hill are split. And Colson will roll to the far side. He'll look, he'll flip one out in the flat, and he overthrew his intended receiver, Gary Hill. Coverage by Dean DiBerardino. It'll be 2nd down on the incomplete pass, which stops the clock at 8:35 to go in the quarter with no score. Come back in their own territory. The Jackets unbalanced right and rolling. Colson has time, flips over the middle and right through the hands of Brian Conley, the intended receiver. Coverage by linebacker Stevie Nance.
Strength so far, first series, 3rd down and 22 for the JU Yellow Jackets at their own 45.
JU better hurry up. They're taking a lot of time getting this play off as they approach the line of scrimmage. Central's in a 4-4 defense. Twins left, and rolling to the left is Colson. He has plenty of time. He's going to go deep. Has a man down there and a leap by 43, Chris Maple, and he almost took it away from a couple of Crusader defenders. Stevie Nance back there along with Mark DiDonato, but Maple with an excellent leap almost caught it down at the Crusader 20-yard line. Well thrown ball.
Is in a height ability there, almost came up with a spectacular catch.
Colson will be in deep punt formation. Twin safeties are Graziani and DiDonato. Flipping kick, and DiDonato will take it at his 23, looks for a block, breaks a tackle 30, 35. He's still going out to about the 36-yard line on a 13-yard return. DiDonato. Defensive play by the Jackets, Mike Morris. That's twice we've seen him in there on specialty teams. A 36-yard line, 11 yards further down the field than they started on their first possession.
No surprise so far this evening. 6 plays from the offense, 4 passes.
JU jumps into that 6-man line again. Central in the run and shoot now. Long count by Suckoch. He sends Lupinetti in motion, and the play is blowing dead as there was an illegal motion by the Crusaders. No score, 7:46 to go here in the first quarter. Again, it's a double wing, the run and shoot, as the 2 tight ends are split. That's Peters and Kiefer, and there are 2 backs in the slot behind them. DiLeonardo is the only back behind the quarterback. And he gets the handoff right up the middle, and he plunges out to the 36, so he'll pick up the 5 they just lost on the penalty. Defensive play by Jeff Vanderborn, the defensive tackle. Gain of 5. That'll make it 2nd and 10.
Very wide open in the middle, and if they could pop one to the tight end across the middle, they could go for a long gainer.
I'm not sure. I'll have to ask one of the coaches, is this a wide tackle 6 defense? As there are many scouts in the booth next to us. And on 2nd and 10, Suckoch is back to pass. He swings it out into the flat. Lupinetti had it, looked upfield and lost it, had a lot of running room. The incompletion will make it 3rd down and 10, stopping the clock at 6:54 to go here in a slow-moving first quarter. Bodigo is split to the right, wing back to the right, and an I backfield. Kiefer is tight at left end. Suckoch on play action is back. He's looking, has a receiver. It's Bill DiLeonardo out in the right flat. He crosses the 40, but a heads-up play by Pat Colson, the safety man who came up, and he made the stop of big Bill DiLeonardo short of the 1st down at the ineffective again on their 2nd possession. It's a good snap this time, and Graziani has plenty of time, and he booms it out of there. And Maple will take it at his 30, and he's immediately hit. Davey Mascio, the snapper, he's the center on the punt unit, was down there quickly to make the hit. So the punt for the Crusaders, see, 73 traveled only 27 yards. However, the return by Maple,
they had to punt.
Clock moving, 5:45 to go in a scoreless first quarter. We thought it would be a defensive tussle, and so far it has. And Hill on the handoff didn't really get it, but luckily was able to fall on it and got a gain of a yard or 2. before he was covered by big Mark Taglione. He looked like
okay in the backfield.
So 2nd down and 8 at the Jacket 29. Single receiver to the left, the backs are split, and somebody went the wrong way. Colson trying to improvise, breaks one tackle, is across the 30, and is driven out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. I think Colson may have turned the wrong way, found nobody to hand the football off, but the youngster did well and got himself a gain of about 3 to the 32 before he was ridden out of bounds. Conley's a wing back to the right, and Maple is split. Quick pitch, here goes Hill. He's trying to get outside, gets a block. Hill close to the first down as he plunges over the 35 to about the 37-yard line before David DeBeese and Stevie Nance. Inside and outside linebacker make the stop, but Hill with a good cutback has the...
Get out of the huddle, maybe by design. Have that clock move.
Pro I, Maple right, Conley left. Pitch back, looks like an option pass. Hill's looking, he's throwing. Intended for Maple as he leaps and makes the grab at the Central 40 and is driven out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Graziani and Irasevich made the stop, but Maple showing his exit on the option pass, Hill to Maple. This time the Jackets double tight end. Conley's a wing back right, straight dive to Hill. He's over the 35, he's driving, but he'll get maybe to the 33 as the whistle sounds. Tough to bring down Gary Hill. Bill DiLeonardo there, along with Brian Pizzaferrata, who's in a linebacker position.
And get that offense to pick up a few first downs, hopefully get on the scoreboard first.
The Jackets are unbalanced right. Conley a single flanker right. Option left. Colson in trouble. Colson hit. Colson will go down for a loss. Stevie Nance leading the initial charge to slow Colson down. Then Brian Allen and Brian DeAndre pinning him down for a loss way back at the 37-yard line, so a loss of 4. 3rd down and 12.
Unless they could pick up 7 or 8 yards on this 3rd down, and we'll call it almost 13.
We've got a flag, delay of the game. We mentioned earlier in their first possession, the Jackets with the plays coming in from the sidelines were a little slow, and this time they're caught for the 5-yard penalty. It'll push it back to the Crusaders' 42-yard line. Penalty number 2 for 20 yards against JU. And boy, that time, Jim, they were unbalanced right. 4 linemen. And they're doing the same formation. Twins right. In motion to the right. Goes Schumart. Rolling right. Colson under pressure. Now will run. Breaks a tackle. 40. 35. Hit and down at the 35. Running laterally. Ryan Allen and Mark DiDonato. It appeared for a moment when Colson broke the tackle at the 45 that he had a lot of running room. He did get to the 35, which is where the initial series...
Have your defense do the job and get good field position.
But no, he's going to run. He finds the hole. He's at the 40. He's at the 35. He leaps over the 30 to the 29, but he'll be short of the first down. Mark Taglione makes the stop. Colson found a nice seam on the right side. He was in deep punt formation. Looked like he might have enough to get to the first down yardage, but he got only to the 29. 6-yard pickup, and the Jackets will lose the football on downs, and Central will take over 1st and 10.
Central has not been beyond their own 37.
Twins right, backs are split, and Suckoch is back. Quick pop pass over the middle, intended for Graziani, and it was thrown too quickly, or Graziani didn't look quick enough as the ball whizzed by him. It'll be lineman holding his left arm as Doc Skirty will check him out. Run and shoot offense this time for Central. Only back in the backfield is the fullback. Lupinetti goes in motion. Berardino leading the way, blocking from the fullback position, and Lupinetti gets the handoff around the right side, and Bubba moves it out to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 6. Make it 3rd down and 4.
Belair only has 5 yards on 2 carries.
Got 2 receivers to the left, and the backs are in an eye, and Cliff Keeper is tight at right end. And Suckoch is back to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to run. He's at the 35. He breaks the tackle, and he squirms to the 40 and may have enough for the first Crusader first down, as he broke a tackle at about the 36 and squirmed to the 40-yard line, and just enough. On a 5-yard scramble by John Suckoch, Central has their initial first down of the game, and it took them almost 12 minutes to get it. The backs are in the tandem I, and Lupinetti's the tailback. Very long count. Suckoch on a quarterback sneak has a hole and moves it out to the 45.
In quarter number 2, a couple quick scores from the area. We're High now leads North Marion 13-7 at the half. Brook over Erie 7-0 in the first, and Lisbon over Stanton 16-6 in the first half.
And it's 2nd and 5. Tandem I. Lupinetti on the blast over the left side will gain maybe 3 yards as he swarmed under. Schumart was over there getting some initial contact, and on the bottom of the pile was Bigby. Second quarter and no score. Tandem I with Graziani, a split end to the right. Kiefer and DeBaradino are the 2 runner backs in front of Lupinetti, and we have delay of the game by the Crusaders, and that's a big penalty on 3rd and a pair near midfield.
First down conversion the last series, so let's see what happens here.
Curtis Bird is split right and Bodigal to the left, and Suckoch is back to pass. Looks like a screen set up well. DeBaradino at the 40, cuts it back, 45, midfield, gets a block inside of JU territory, over the 45, past the 40, and Dean DeBaradino on his first reception of the year on the screen, set up well by the Crusaders as he had 3 blockers in front of him, moves all the way down to the Yellow Jackets' 39-yard line before he's finally brought down by Bob Euler. Nice.
Was set up very well that time, John. No defensive people in the area and 2 blockers out in front of DeBaradino.
Double wing by the Crusaders. DeBaradino, the only back behind a quarterback in motion. Lupinetti, he gets the handoff, and he'll get very short yardage, minimal yardage to the 38-yard line before 4 white shirts hit him.
For Lupinetti.
And he'll be a wing right, and Graziani's a wing left, and DeBaradino's the fullback. The tight ends are split a little bit. Play action. Suckoch under heavy pressure, rolling right, and he'll be dragged down in the backfield. As coming through quickly for the Yellow Jackets was Lee Glazier, and he was all over. 3rd and about 13. Now JU in a passing defense, a 4-4. In motion, Rosevich. Back to pass, Suckoch sets up the screen to DeBaradino again. He's at the 50, he's at the 40, he's at the 35, he drives, he's near the 30, and close to a first down goes Dean DeBaradino on a 13-yard pickup on the same play we saw a couple of plays earlier. He'll be very close to the first down. We haven't seen Central use that screen pass this year much, Jim, but it's been successful twice, and it'll be 4th and about a half yard at the Jacket 30-yard line.
With some ice looked like on his ankle, John, he could be out for the contest.
Again, double wing on 4th and a half yard. Let's look for the quarterback sneak. In motion, Graziani, nope, he gets the handoff and he plunges, and he should have just enough for the first down. He's inside the 29 to the 28. Graziani's problem was a knee, which kept him out Lupinetti's problem was a knee problem. If he's working on his ankle, then that's not the problem he had last year. So Graziani here picks up a first down on the 2-yard gain, 3rd straight on the drive, and Central has it 1st and 10 at the Jacket 28. Time-consuming drive. Tandem I in the backfield, long count, deep handoff. That's Rosevich. He powers over the left side, running hard, crosses the 25, and bucks down to about the 22-yard line. And Central's had this football for a long time, Jim, since they moved from their own 29.
12th play of the drive, John.
Tandem I again, Graziani a single, split in to the right. Quarterback sneak by Suckoch, and he bucks across the 20 to the 19, hanging on with 74, Jeff Vanderborn.
Got the first down way back at the 41 about 6 minutes ago.
Again, the Tandem I, and Rosevich is the deep back, and Suckoch again on a quarterback sneak, and he's down to the 15 for a first down. Bob Euler again in on the tackle, along with a few other white-shirted Yellow Jackets, but they will not keep John Suckoch from getting the first down. He moves for 4 on the quarterback sneak, so that's the 3rd time we've seen him sneak on this drive.
Version.
Again, Graziani split right, backs in a Tandem I, 3 backs behind quarterback Suckoch, and Rosevich on the blast over the left side. He just moves behind that forward wall. He stacked up near the 10-yard line. So Central getting good work on first down. At the 10. Now the backs will split. In motion, DeLeonardo. Handoff, Irosevich across the 10, Irosevich down to the 8, and they say there's a fumble, and Jefferson Union has come up with the football. I'm not sure of the fumble recoverer, but there he goes.
They started at their own 29. It was a 16-play drive, only to come up short on a fumble, but JU backed up against their goal line.
And quarterback Colson will hand off to Hill. The ball is loose, but I gotta believe the whistle had been blowing as Hill came across the 10 and got out to about the 12-yard line.
Their own 27, now their own 9, so field position not going in their direction.
As Schumart carried the football, Jim. On the option, Schumart will get the pitch, and he's hit at the 10, and he'll stretch his body to the 11. Good defensive play by Dean DeBerardino, who tripped up Schumart on the pitch on the option to the left. And Schumart will lose a yard back to the 11. Was that his first carry?
Was his first carry, jump.
And now we have the official signaling.
There's a flag, delay a game.
And it's the back judge. And it is. And normally we don't see him throw the flag, but we knew JU was in big trouble. They should have definitely used the timeout because they were taking a long time to get the play in from the sidelines and then a long time to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think that's by design, but I don't think that was exactly what Coach Coos had in mind there.
12 now from the 6-yard line. The backs are split and Colson is back to pass. He's in his own end zone. He'll throw deep down the middle and overthrew his intended receiver, who was Maple. DiDonato had the best chance to make the interception at about the 40, but he was even overthrown. So Central should get the football back in decent field position. And
over North Marion.
And Colson gets a low end-over-end punt. It bounces at the JU 25, gets a favorable JU roll over the 30, and out of bounds in the vicinity of the Yellow Jacket 34-yard line on their first possession at the Central 43. Graziani split left, acts in a tandem eye, and the tailback is Irosevich. Kiefer in motion, and Suckoch is back to pass. He's looking for Irosevich, flips it out into the flat, and a nice defensive play made by Bobby Tucker, the outside linebacker who keyed on tailback Irosevich. The pass is complete, but it's a short gain down to the 32-yard line, a pickup of only 2. Credit that defensive play to...
At the JU 33.
5 out of 7 for Suckoch for 48 yards, one of his best evenings of the year. Here's a quick pitch to the right side. Irosevich power running. Irosevich to the secondary. 25-20, breaks the tackle and is all the way down to the Jacket 18-yard line before he's collared by Brian Conley. Tommy Irosevich showing good power with a 14-yard pickup to the Jacket 18-yard line. And the Crusaders with their 5th first down threatening for a second time. 3:55 to go as 3 new defensive players come into the Jacket lineup.
Irosevich replaced Lupinetti. He now has 26 yards. If you're wondering about Lupinetti, he's still on the bench with ice on his ankle.
I backfield for the Crusaders. Wingback Graziani goes in motion to the far side. The pitch goes to Irosevich. He's trying to get outside. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He's inside the 10. But we have a flag at the 15, and that usually indicates illegal block or holding. And the Crusaders' nice gain by Irosevich on his 2nd straight nice gain will be called back. As he got down to about the 8, would have been a 10-yard gain. Holding called against the Crusaders. So that's 25 yards in penalties. So 2nd down and 17 at the JU 25. Run and shoot offense in motion. Irosevich back to pass, rolling right. Suckoch throws over the middle. He was hit as he threw it and was almost intercepted by number 60, Bob Euler. Pass intended over the middle for Bobby Bodigal, but nothing either last year or the year before. Bruins with an explosive offense. 2nd and 17 at the 25. Suckoch back to pass. They're trying to set up a screen, but it won't be set. So Suckoch scrambles for his life. He flips it to Graziani, 20, down to the 15-yard line. Suckoch did well to get rid of it. Nice defensive play by Pat Colson on Graziani, as Suckoch was trying to set up that screen to the left side, but this time the Jackets were not fooled. And Suckoch then rolled to the right and found Graziani.
Possible short yardage if they can pick up 3 or 4 yards on this pickup.
Action and I. Here goes Graziani in motion. Power pitch to the left side. Arosevich looking for running room. Arosevich inside the 10-yard line. And he'll be short of the first down. It'll bring up 4th and interesting at the 9.
Well, that's what Suckoch is. Contest. Central has the ball at the JU9, 4th down and about 1 for Catholic Central. Last time they had possession at their own 29, they moved the ball all the way down to the JU 9-yard line and fumbled. JU got it back but was forced to punt. The Crusaders took over at their own. Arosevich 6-yard run down to the 9-yard line. So 4th down and 1. Big play of the contest so far, John.
Double tight end to Tanami by the Crusaders. Deep handoff. Arosevich bucks, and he's down to the 5 for the first down. Good hard running by Tommy Arosevich. Defensive play by the Jackets to finesse runner. Pick up of 4.
Excuse me, John. Arosevich had a good evening. 6 yards a carry, 36 in total on 6.
And he gets the handoff over the left side. He dips to the outside, and he's going to be in for the score. The Crusaders on top at the 2:05 mark of the second quarter. Tommy Arosevich dipped in and then went outside and turned the corner, heading for the flag, and he got in for the TD. So the Crusaders go 34 yards in 7 plays after the short JU punt, and the first score of the game goes on the mark with 2:05 to go here in the first half. That should bring on Mark DeMichael for the conversion with Dean DeBerardino holding. Mascio the snapper, it's down, it's up, almost blocked, and it appears to be good. As Mark DeMichael with a good hold by Dean DeBerardino, as one of the linemen from JU was almost on top of the kicker. The Crusaders leave 7-0, 2:05 to go in the half. We'll be back.
Head 6-0. The Michael extra point is now made it 7-0. We're at the 2:05 marker, quarter number 2. 8-play, 34-yard drive. Central on the scoreboard first, 7-0 in quarter number 2.
The Michael, the soccer-style kicker, hits it high and short. Taken by Hill at the 15, straight up the middle. Now cuts it back 25, 30. Hill still going as he moves all the way out to the Jacket 35-yard line.
Ball game so far. You don't want to be careless here and have a turnover, but you would like to get a first down and open it up.
And Schumart gets the handoff over the right side. He'll go nowhere. Charging through defensively, Joey Colabella, helped out by DeBerardino and DiDonato.
Don't hurry.
2nd and 10, pro eye for the Jackets. Colson on play action is back. Flips a little screen out to Hill, and it was not throwing very well. It was behind Hill at the 30-yard line on the receiver's right. Colson is back to pass. He's looking, he's rolling. He's going to go for the home run. He throws it way high to Maple on the alley-oop, and it's knocked down by Tony Graziani. The old alley-oop, R.C. Owens and the San Francisco 49ers on the line, and here they come, and Colson will get it away, end over end. Graziani will field it at his 35, breaks a tackle. He's at the 40, breaks another tackle. 45, breaks the 3rd tackle. He's into Jacket territory all the way down to the Jefferson Union 45-yard line. And Graziani, Jim, had no blockers to work with, but we have a flag at the Jacket 49.
He's 44, but it's going to go against Central and
for 40 yards against Central. And K. Bird is split to the right. Curtis Bird. 20 seconds to go. I think Central's going to run it. 17 seconds. Suckoch on the quarterback sneak. Will pick up a pair to the 38 as your first half should come to a close on that play. Nobody will use the timeout. The Crusaders of Catholic Central will lead it 7-0 at halftime, and we'll be back after a couple of messages.
Got 16-6 still, that Lisbon over Stanton. That's late in the 3rd quarter. And the baseball score is 1-0 in favor of the Red Sox, and that's in inning number 3.
Well, the Crusaders Mark DeMichael teeing up at the Central 40-yard line. It will be Chris Maple and Gary Heel. Benjamin's your safety man for Central on the kickoff, and we're ready for 3rd quarter action. It's low and taken by one of the upbacks. It's number 31 for the Jackets. That's Wayne Fulmer, and he gets across the 25 out to about the 28, and Brian Alcini in on the Crusader kickoff unit makes the stop, and they'll spot Fulmer down at the 29-yard line. Jefferson Union 1st and 10, just underway third quarter. Central leads at 7-0. Looking for their
half with 3 incomplete passes, so let's see if Coach Kuzikowski opens it up here to start a second half.
Here goes Schumart in motion. Quick pitch to the left side. Hill has some running room, turns the corner, 30, 35, cuts it back. He's over the 40 and out to the 42-yard line. Goes Gary Hill on his best running play of the evening. In fact, the best running play of the evening for the Jefferson Union Yellow Jackets is Cliff Keeler. Twin receivers right. Here goes Schumart in motion. We've got whistles. I don't see the flag, but oh, there it is at the 40. It'll be against Jefferson Union. Now we see another flag. Illegal procedure offense. So the ball will go back to the JU 36. It'll be Fulmer and Randolph, our twin receivers, to the right. The backs are in an I. Deep handoff. Hill tries to get outside. DiDonato grabs him, but Hill drags him with him out of bounds at the Yellow Jacket 42 and maybe the 43-yard line. Good running by Gary Hill. We can see why he's picked up almost 600 yards in his first 6 games, 577 to be exact, and he's had
changing his mind and picked up 20 yards now and 2 carries in the second half.
Fulmer and Maple twins to the right, and it's a pitch to the right side, and Hill turns it up and will get to the 45 before he's dragged down by Tim Delator. And off the bottom of the pile was Bill DiLeonardo, who's holding his neck. Spot him down at all. Peters is in. Our eye left, handoff Hill. He's stacked up at about the 47 by about 7 blue jerseys. He'll be short of the first down. They spot him down at the 46, so it's a gain of only 1, and the Jackets will have to sauce it. Colson in punt formation. Graziani and DiDonato are the twin safeties. Meanwhile, JU is just taking their good old time trying to draw a penalty, which Central will have none of because it was 4th down and less than 5. So John Kuzikowski trying to force the Crusaders into an error, which would have given his team a first down. It doesn't work. The penalty of 5 yards will put it back at the JU 41, their 5th penalty, second of the half for 35 yards.
The middle of the field.
Colson gets it off, low end over end. It's going to bounce at the Central 35. Graziani picks it up at the 28. He's at the 30, over the 35 to the 36-yard line. Goes Tony Graziani, and he's brought down by Todd Marcino. 8 by Graziani, and Central has it 1st and 10 at their own 36. They're in the run and shoot, and Graziani goes in motion to the near side. JU in a 6-man front, and Suckoch is rolling right. Now he's going to flip a pass out into the flat, taken by tight end Bill DiLeonardo, and DiLeonardo is over the 40, out to about the 43-yard line before he's brought down by linebacker Bob Euler. Tight end position, and the gain is out to the 43 of 7 yards, so Central's short passing game is 7 out of 10 for 65 yards and no intercepts.
Safety valve has really helped the Crusaders this evening.
Tanamai, and Arosevich gets the handoff, and he plunges over the 45 and bucks his way to the 46-yard line. Todd Marcino in on
3 inches, so it'll be 3rd down and maybe a gambling situation for Coach Radakovich.
Also on that sideline, we see Coach Tim Opetkin, Bobby Lumen, and Coach Frank Marcino. Checking the JU sidelines, Coach John Kuzikowski, Stevie Romey's over there. I think Marky Stupelli I see over there. So it'll be 3rd and inches for the Crusaders at their own 45.5. Deep handoff. Arosevich goes to the outside. He's at midfield. He's out of bounds inside the Jacket 45-yard line.
Looked like a penalty too, John. They may call him JU for a late hit. The containment was not done very well by JU. Arosevich got outside. He picked up a first down, and I see a flag dropped and now picked up again.
Well, I think the official was trying to take out his bean bag to mark where Arosevich went out of bounds, and he inadvertently grabbed his yellow flag and he waved it off. All right, so a gain of about 11, and he may be approaching the 100-yard mark before this evening is over, as Central has their 7th first down. And Arosevich again on the blast over the left side, and again Arosevich running very hard inside this time, moves over the 40 and all the way down to the Jackets' 35-yard line before Bob Tucker grabbed him, but not before Arosevich picks up a neat 8 on first down. So Central again using the power game. Double tight end, stacked eye. Arosevich blasts left side. Arosevich over the 35 and drags the tackler with him to about the 31-yard line. Should have enough for the first down. Schumart, defensive halfback, or actually the outside linebacker, made the stop, but not before Arosevich picks up 4 and another Crusader first down. Their second of the drive. They're at the Jefferson Union 31. Clock stopped as he went out of bounds. 7:13 to go in the third quarter. Crusaders lead it 7-0.
Dandy John at North Marion. Weir Highest scored midway through the fourth quarter, and now they lead North Marion 20-14.
Stacked eye, double tight end this time. Power pitch to the right. Arosevich turns it up, but will get only back to the line of scrimmage. As out of the second half, they've moved from their 36 to the Jacket 31. Now they're in the run and shoot. DeLeonardo's the fullback. Arosevich goes in motion. Could be a passing play. Succott's rolling right. He's under pressure. Gets around the corner. Breaks a tackle. Flips it out to DeLeonardo in the flat. And he's out of bounds near the Jacket 25-yard line. Run out of man front. Stacked eye, Arosevich, left side. Arosevich crosses the 25 and dives down to about the 22.5-yard line. Will be short of the first down, but it'll be fourth and maybe a yard or a yard and a half. 74 on the stop. Jeff to go, third quarter.
Excuse me, John. Central one-on-one for fourth down conversions, and no gamble here. They're moving the football well deep in JU territory.
Stacked eye, Arosevich, left side, breaks a tackle. He's into the clear, but he stumbles down at the 15-yard line. Tommy Arosevich bucked into the pile, was able to dart outside, broke a tackle, but was partially tripped up. He had clear sailing to the goal line, but couldn't maintain his balance, but he does get the first down on a pickup of 8 to the 15-yard line.
Benjamin in the backfield for Central.
He's a junior tailback. Stacked eye again, and Benjamin will get the pitch out. Benjamin at the 15, cuts it back 10, 5. Did he go out of bounds? No. He's in for the score. Michael Benjamin on his first carry goes 15 yards to the weak side on the power pitch. Nice cutback by the junior tailback, and Mike Benjamin with his first score of the season. Good blocking up front by Greg Peters, Timmy Delator, and Billy DeLeonardo. Uh-oh, Central's going with the muddle huddle. Let's see what happens. They've got a split end to the right, a center in the middle of the field, the holder and the kicker, and the 7 other dudes were at the left, but now they'll go into the regular formation. We saw it work against Belair last week.
Maybe the muddle huddle only works in the mud.
De Baradino will hold. The snap is down. DeMichael's kick is high enough. It's long enough. And it's good. And 5:16 to go third quarter. Central now leads 14-0. We'll be back.
TD run has put the Crusaders up by 2 touchdowns. Arosevich, John, picked up 43 of the 64 yards on that drive. Key plays of the drive, and Arosevich 11-yard scamper on third down, and a Tommy Arosevich 8-yard run on a fourth down play.
DeMichael's kickoff is short, taken by Maple. He dropped it at the 17, picks it up. He's at the 20, breaks a couple of tackles over the 25, and out to the 29-yard line goes Chris Maple. Before kick.
But they're going to have to open it up here if they want to get back into the contest.
Option left, pitch back, Schumart around the right side, and DiDonato drags him out of bounds, but not before a fair gain, as a good hit was put on quarterback Colson by Cliff Keeper just as he pitched the ball back.
Hardly at all had not Lupinetti been hurt in the second quarter.
Split backs. Hill gets the handoff on a dive play over the left side, and Hill stretches his body out to about the 38, maybe the 39. Mark DiDonato, along with Cliff Kiefer, who helped Geary Hill up, made the stop. The ball is at the Jacket 38. Hill gets 4.
They may go for it on 4th.
They're in a wishbone, double tight end. First time we've seen it. Second man gets the football, and that's Fulmer. I think 31, or yes it was. Fulmer had the carry, but Fulmer got nowhere. As charging through was Tony Graziani to put the initial hit on. And they may go for it, trailing by 2 touchdowns. As Jeff Steele comes into the huddle with the play from the Jacket bench. 4th and inches. About a half a yard. Again, the wishbone. Unbalanced line to the left. Quarterback sneak by Colson. Should have enough if he gets progress, as I watched the official giving the progress, and he's standing on the 40. So that'll be a pickup of almost 2. And the Jackets will have their second first down of the half, of their 4th of the game. And they'll have Tim Kuzakowski, who was hurt in practice last week. Neither of those two fellows seeing action, along with the other injured Crusaders, as back to pass on first down is Colson. He looks like he wants to go deep. He floats it up downfield for Maple. He's got 3 defenders on him, and it was almost intercepted by Michael Allen. At the Central 25, we have a flag, and it could be possibly roughing the passer as Colson gets up limping, and it is. The official indicates roughing the passer. So
He did catch one option pass in the first half.
15-yard penalty. Central 6 for 55 yards. First down, Jackets at the Central 45. Here goes Hill over the left side. Down to about the 41-yard line goes Gary Hill. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Jackets. See who came off the bottom of the pile for the Crusaders. It looked like 85, Bill DeLeonardo, along with 67, Brian DeAndre. They spot him down to the Hill at the 42, so it's a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Up with 55 yards in the contest.
Twin receivers to the left for the Jackets. The backs are split. Quick pitch. Bobbled by Schumark. The ball is loose, and I think Central has it at the Crusader 43-yard line. Schumark never able to get possession of that football, and the fumble recovery made by 67, Brian DeAndre, the defensive tackle. And the Crusaders thwart a Jacket drive. JU's second fumble, first lost, and they start in the stack line. It appears to be Rosevich at tailback, and he gets the pitch around the left side, and he'll get to the 45. Nice shoestring tackle made by the
10 plays.
Jackets again in that 6-man front. Central this time in split backs, and here goes a Rosevich in motion. Suckoch back to pass, has time. He's looking, he's throwing for Graziani, incomplete. Good coverage by Chris Maple on the far side in front of the Jacket bench.
A little over 2 minutes to go in the contest. 26-14 in favor of Weir High.
The backs are split this time for Suckoch, and again in motion to Rosevich. Straight back in the pocket. Now Suckoch rolls. He has running room, but he's going to throw as he has a wide open receiver, Graziani, at the Jacket 40 or 37-yard line, and it went right through his hands. He had his defensive man beat. That was made for Central 53 seconds ago in the 3rd quarter. No rush on, and Graziani hangs it high. Maple will signal fair catch at the Jacket 23-yard line. Well, they're not winding it up.
Fair catch, that's why, John. Fair catch doesn't start.
Play action. Colson back in the pocket. Flips it out to the far sideline. Almost intercepted by DiDonato as he tipped it, then almost caught by Blaine Randall. A dangerous pass by Colson.
That was close.
I got my right glasses on that. I think I can see as Colson is back. He's rolling. He's under pressure. He's trying to get around the corner. He carries it. He's across the 25, and he's out of bounds at about the 27. He does carry a lot, Jim, as the Crusader coaches told me. They were afraid of him getting outside of containment. As back to pass is Colson. He looks, he drills one to Maple, who makes a nice catch at the 44-yard line, and he's driven back to the 42 by Mark DiDonato, but at their own 40. This will be the last play of the quarter. As Colson is rolling right, he's going to run. He tucks it under. He's at the 35, he's at the 38, and he'll not get back to the line of scrimmage as he's brought down by safety man Michael Allen for a loss at the 38. Your 3rd quarter has come to a close. Crusaders lead at 14-0. We'll be back after a couple of messages. And 8 at the Jacket 38, Jim, as we start the 4th quarter. 14-0 Crusaders with a score in the 2nd and 3rd quarters.
JU, John, had 3 possessions in quarter number 3. This is their 3rd. Central had 2 possessions it scored on its first, going 64 yards and a Mike Benjamin TD 15-yard scamper.
On 2nd and 8, the backs are split on a counter play. Here goes Hill around the left side, but the Crusader defense was not fooled. As staying at home was 74, Mark Taglione. And he brings Hill left here for the Yellow Jackets. First time we've seen this formation. Colson will roll to the left. Is under pressure. DeBeese on the blitz. Colson running. He flips it out. Has a man wide open at midfield, and the completion to Bill Carroll into Crusader territory before DiDonato brings him down. So And Colson, rolling back, has lost the football, and he'll dive on it as he ran into the only back that was in the backfield, Schumart, as he was trying to roll to the left. And Colson is rolling to the right. He'll have time. He's going to go for the home run. He has Maple out there. The high lofter is tipped and almost intercepted by Mike Allen. Boy, Maple Jim was behind the Crusader defenders, but Colson could not get him the football. It was under
to DeMichael extra points.
Pro eye for the Jackets, and right back in the pocket is Colson. He flips the screen out to Hill at the 42, gets a block 45 midfield, but a nice open field tackle by Mark DiDonato, who shed one of the blockers on the screen, and he brought Hill down.
Right.
And with the right backs are split behind Colson. 9:55 to go in the game. And Colson will roll right. He'll look back over the middle. O'Mara's rushing, and the pass is incomplete, almost intercepted at midfield by Timmy Delator, as inside linebacker Timmy O'Mara on a blitz forced Colson to throw off balance. And the pass fell incomplete. Nobody near the football as it was way underthrown. And it'll be 4th and 24 for the Jackets, and they should punt here with Colson. End over end. Will bounce at the central 35 and go out of bounds. Wing back right is Graziani. The backs are in an eye. J.U. again in that 6-man front. Here comes Mike Benjamin over the left side. He's hit at the 35. Will get maybe to the 36-yard line before he's dragged back by 2nd down and 9. Central this time in the run and shoot. DeLeonardo's the fullback. In motion goes Graziani. Long count by Suckoch, and he'll roll left, looking for a receiver. Now he decides to run, and now he decides to throw, and DeLeonardo has it at midfield. He's inside the Jacket 45 and run out of bounds as he crosses the 40-yard line. It appeared that Suckoch was going to run the football because there was running room, but he spotted DeLeonardo for his 3rd catch, Billy D. And
John Graziani was open initially. He had a lot of running room, and he finally hit DeLeonardo for a big pickup.
Double tight end, Tanami. Pitch back, Benjamin, left side. He'll cut it back. He'll break one tackle. He'll get over the 35, and down to the 33 goes Michael Benjamin. Good running by Benjamin. 73. Todd Maracino helped. Tanami again. Irosevich back in. He plunges down to the 30-yard line before he's brought back to the 32 by Ron Schumart.
The football on the ground.
They're in the run and shoot this time. Only back in the backfield is DeLeonardo, and here comes Rosevich in motion, and Suckoch will roll right. He'll look, he's under pressure, he's hit, and he'll be dragged down on the sack. Todd Marcino firing.
14-0, 7 minutes to go in the contest. Catholic Central ahead.
Good snap. The rush is not on, and Graziani will aim for the sidelines, and it'll drop at the 14, and will be down inside the 15 by Bobby Bodigo at there goes Gary Hill on the carry. Hill crosses the 15 on 1st down out to the 7.
Okay, 40-0. Last we had on the baseball game, it was 1-0 Boston over California. That was a 3rd inning score.
2nd and 6, and back to pass. Colson flips it out to the right side, and it's complete. Caught by Jeff Steele, coming out of his wingback position. Brought down by Tim Delator, along with 71 Todd Phillipson. Got 5:40 to go in the game. Still 14-0. Twin receivers left for the Jackets. The backs are split. And on a counter play, Hill to the right side is hit in the backfield. He breaks one tackle, but he'll not break the next tackle, as he'll get a yard to the 31-yard line. Greg Peters had him, but couldn't hold him in the backfield.
Score, John, of local interest. I'm not sure what quarter. Maybe number 4, Caddis 20, Coshocton 14.
Trips to the left for the Jackets. Rolling left is Colson. He'll look, he'll float one out, and it'll be caught and then dropped. And is it a good catch? Yes, it is, and it's a fumble. Fulmer had the reception. The ball popped loose on the hit, and I'm not sure who got it for the Crusaders, but I think it was 19, Mark DiDonato. He either put the hit on or got the fumble recovery at midfield.
John Kuzikowski not happy with the call. looked like it might have been an incomplete pass. I'm not sure if he had full control, but it was a very questionable call. Either way, it would have been very, very close. But the Crusaders come up with a turnover at the 50-yard line, and we think it was DeMichael that came up with a football and Graziani who put the hit on.
DiDonato. So it's 1st and 10 at midfield. On the fumble recovery, the Jackets have lost their second fumble, and the handoff goes to Arosevich on the blast over the right side, and Tommy picks up 3 before Lee Glazier, the defensive end, on the left.
16 carries, 85 yards for Arosevich.
Here's a deep handoff for Arosevich over the left side, struggling for yardage, gets down to the 45. He'll pick up a pair. Phil Cunningham leading the charge for the Jackets.
7 starts, and their 3rd in a row. JU is going to slip to 2-5, but it was a good game. Both defenses that we thought would dominate, and the team that scored first would have the big advantage.
Arosevich gets to pitch over the right side. We'll get down to maybe the 42-yard line, short of the first down. 64 Cunningham once again over there. He's been the workhorse tonight.
89 yards, John, 17 carries. It looks like Central's going to go for it, and why not with a 14-0 lead and the ground game clicking.
They're in the double tight end. Tanami. Arosevich should get the carry, and he was moving, and there is a flag on the play. And with a break in the action, we're going to take this 30-second timeout.
Score and a 2-point conversion, but it has happened. Trips to the right.
Colson back. He's going for the home run. We've got a flag in the secondary. The pass was intended for Randolph, and it was almost intercepted. In fact, it was intercepted, but out of bounds.
Now the game moves to the 6th as the Oil Can and the Candy Man are throwing BBs out in California.
The 10-yard penalty was for holding against Central. The Jackets have first down at the Crusader 48. And on a Saccarino, it's Cliff Keeper getting Pat Colson way back at the Jacket 42-yard line. 2:19 to go in the contest. 42-yard line after the 10-yard sack by Keeper of Pat Colson, and he's back to pass. Rolling to his left. He's looking for Maple. He floats it down. He's got Maple one-on-one, and Graziani tips it away at the Crusader 27-yard line on a fine defensive play. That was probably one of the best passes we've seen Colson throw this evening. Right in 20 here. Central leading 14-0. The Jackets at their own 42. Twins right, and back to pass is Colson. He'll throw, and it's tipped away. Bill DiLeonardo from his defensive end position batted it away, and it'll be 4th down and 20 at the Jacket 42. Levels this evening. Good snap, and Colson will get it away, and he'll boom it out of there. Graziani, single safety at his 26, bobbles it, takes it at the 28. He's at the 30, cuts it back, 35, needs a block. He's over the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 41. 1:40 to go, Central 14-0. Let's take this time out.
We pay 100% interest in you.
Stacked die at the Central 41, and Benjamin, the tailback, gets the carry over the right side. We'll pick up 2 to the 43. Nardo, the 2 big blocking backs.
All right, so Benjamin will get the handoff probably here.
Double tight end, quick pitch to the left side. Benjamin underway over the 45, out to the 48, and 49-yard line goes Michael Benjamin with 38 seconds to go in the game.
Quarter, and it's been all Tommy Arosevich night, 91 yards. Gary Hills had a good evening quietly for the JU Yellow Jackets, 62 yards on 12 carries.
And the Central comes out of the huddle. They get called for delay of the game. The horn sounds, but I don't think we can have a penalty in this situation. 5 yards will be marked off by Central. Their 8th penalty for 65. It'll go back to the 44-yard line.
Now we talked about sportsmanship before the game, John, and that's a class act by Coach Radakovich. Just fall on the football. Don't need to run the score up, and that's just what Suckledge does. It's a final score here from Harding Stadium. Catholic Central 14 and JU nothing, and we'll be back after these 2 timeouts.